The defense attorney laughed when I told him we could prove our case until the verdict came in. Would you like to learn what happened? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. This was a foot surgery case, and when I told the defense attorney that we could clearly prove our case, he laughed at me. He said, "Not a chance." And then I said, "Listen, we're willing to settle this case for $125,000. I think that's a fair settlement." And the defense attorney turned and he laughed again. He said, "That'll never happen, not in this county." Well, at the time the verdict came in, I will tell you, the defense attorney wasn't laughing. His client wasn't laughing. The jury returned a verdict of $1.55 million on behalf of my client. And this was unheard of in this particular county for this type of surgical case. These jurors do not give that type of award. What was remarkable was that when I made my closing remarks, I didn't even ask the jury to award that kind of money. Instead, I asked for something considerably less. It was the jury's own opinion. It was their conclusion that they determined that my client was entitled to receive compensation for her pain and the suffering that she endured in the amount of $1.55 million. When the jury came back with their verdict and I looked over at the defense counsel, neither he nor his client were laughing. You don't want to know why? Because they could have settled this case for $125,000. But they didn't feel we could prove our case. They didn't feel this case was anywhere near worth what the jury came back with. And the remarkable thing is, he had that opportunity, but he neglected to recognize that this was a valid case, and he failed to recognize that this was something that a jury would come back with a significant verdict for. So why do I share this great information? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the litigation process. This defense lawyer had every opportunity to settle this case for what we believe was a fair settlement value. Instead, he convinced his client not to settle the case, take a verdict, and unfortunately for him, he made the wrong decision. You know, chances are you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in the state of New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal question. This is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.